What is up, guys? It's me, the Redstone Ninja, and this is my ultra efficient mob farm for 1.13. While this will work in other versions, it just simply isn't as it doesn't provide as many advantages as it does in 1.13, although it is a very good and capable farm for all versions. Now you'll notice right here we have the torch tower going up the middle. And what this does is it essentially just flips every 2 levels by go on, off, or so it reverses every 2. This means that there's never a time when mobs don't have the ability to spawn, and it keeps it very efficient. Now, as we come back down here, you'll notice that we have these all the way around the outside, and as you see the rain of mobs coming down, that's when it cycles. And as soon as it cycles, it's giving some time just to make sure that nothing's hanging around, as you just saw a couple things drop. And then it's just going to simply flush the mobs down the hole. But as you'll notice, very rarely, like Saw 1 will survive. And what will happen on the next flush is it will get pushed into the magma and killed by that. And due to the rareness of that actually occurring, combined with the efficiency of it taking it out on the second pass, it doesn't affect the efficiency of the farm much at all. Now, this farm is actually so fast that you need 2 sets of hoppers to put it all in. And what you got here is just essentially everything that will come out of the chest, and like everything in this chest is essentially going to be your output from the farm. Now, you can obviously route this into any kind of storage system you want. I just put it here just to show you guys the farm. Now, we do have a redstone line going right the way out here and up to this system, which just simply flushes the mobs as I just simply showed you guys before. Now, how this is going to work is once we go in here, there's a bunch of just essentially redstone circuitry in here. This is what all the circuitry for the farm is. It's a pretty simple farm, and all you have is an Ethonian hyperclot and then an A and B output. The output toggles this back and forth, and the A toggles the flushing mechanism. And since they are toggle at alternate cycles in the system, they will never interact with each other and flush and drop at the same time, meaning that you guys won't have any issues with mobs dropping down into the system and being alive, other than the ones that occasionally fall later, which there isn't much you can do about that. Now, as you see the space around this, you're going to want to make sure you have 128 blocks from the ground or any spawnable location from your AFK platform, wherever you decide to put that, to make it the most efficient. As you see, I'm making a point that I have not slept, and you will see all of these phantoms surrounding around me. They won't have much efficiency decrease on the farm, but you will want to make sure that whatever AFK station you decide upon is safe from them if you're going to be AFK for a significant amount of time. Now, before we continue on with the tutorial, I'm going to set the time today. So, as you see, now that I have struggled slightly with that, and I don't use these very often, but there we go. So, that's kind of embarrassing, but you can tell I clearly don't use commands very often. But what we have is, we now have it at noon, and I'm going to show you guys how to build this farm. So what you're going to want to start out with is, you're just going to want to simply start out with the tower. Now, I found the easiest way to do this is to build right the way up, simply like this, and then just simply break every other one. You can build this as high as you want, as long as you've got to remember the 128 block rule from the nearest spawnable location from the AFK station, and you obviously cannot build past the height limit for obvious reasons. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to situate platforms like this. We're going to have the first platform right here. You're going to skip up 2 and you're going to build a platform. And you're just going to keep this pattern as many as you want. Just for the sake of the tutorial simplicity and to save time, I'm only going to show you guys this many. It's just the ones I just placed. Now, you'll notice that you get on, off, off. That's very intentional, and this one will be on, obviously. Continue down. This is what gives this farm such great efficiency, is this system that cycles them. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to build one layer, because once you have this in, you just really got to build around each one of these, regardless of where this system falls in it. Of the torch tower, you just want to pay attention to where you just place these. And you're just going to want to build loop around it, and then you're going to go around it one more time. And once we get this placed in, you're going to want to come back up here, place in these right the way around like this. Now, we've got that in, we're going to place this in once again, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to do this on each side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once you get it like this, you're just simply going to fill these in. But for the time being, I'm just going to show you guys a simple way to do it, which will be to come and make sure that these line up first of all, and then just simply fill it in like so. This is one of the simplest ways to do this, and it ensures that they all line up. Because if you go around the outside and you get a perfect row like that, you will know that they line up properly and that you did not make any mistakes anywhere in your counting. But just for now, I'm just going to fill this in around 3 more to the outside each way, just to give us enough space to do the redstone. Because there's no reason for me to actually complete the system in the tutorial. Although I will show you guys how to fill it in the end. You're just going to simply need just enough room to get this going, so it doesn't really matter how you do this at this point. However, you guys, I will continue on the way I did this one, right the way around the outside, and finish filling it in. I'm just going to fill this in quickly in just a large enough area to show you guys the center. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to look at this. This is pretty important, guys. So what you're going to want to do right here is put one here, and it should be open, and one here. And when you have these power, they should always be open, and when they're not, they should always be placed closed. And that'll tell you if you're doing it right or not. And then we just simply fill this in all the way. Now I'm going to grab some water real quick. And we're just going to place this into each of the little slots we just created. You're going to want to be careful not to dump this on your redstone, because that would not be good. Now, when you guys can see this is especially what this flash is telling you guys for is for when those little guys fly down. That's most of the time when it occurs that it's actually necessary. And occasionally they will just run into it on their own. Sometimes they have to be pushed into it. It actually takes them out very rapidly. But now back to the tutorial. I just want you guys to see that because it's an interesting opportunity. It doesn't happen very often. Now, once you guys get this, I'm just going to finish filling this out so that I can show you guys how it should look when you change the states. But you would have already done this, so if you want to, you can skip a few seconds ahead in the video and look at what this will look like in the end. So once we go right the way around the outside here, we're just going to simply finish this last bit. And now that you've got all this filled out, what you're going to do right here is you're just simply going to want to cover this up. And as soon as you finish covering this up, the first layer is done, and you can just repeat this cycle of, as I showed you guys, you just gotta remember to totally ignore wherever the repeater is, or not the repeater, the torch tower is, your cycle, and just pay attention to just the repeater. So now you can just, this will be the next level coming out, and you'll just continue what I just showed you guys right before. Wow, that was a pretty good job. That was a lot for one cycle. But what you're gonna essentially see is, I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. I'm just gonna move down a smidge just so that I can place one in, and should fill in perfectly to the edges with water. Now, the system has 188 spawnable locations per layer, which means that essentially for each layer you add, you're adding 188 places for mobs to spawn. For example, when I have my survival server, it's actually much larger than even this one. It's this twice as high, so 69, and then 4 of them. It's grouped. And that can, I mean, you can fill a double chest in just a couple hours if no one's on. Normally less than that of each of the drops you're given. So double chest of each of what each mob drops. Of course, That is obviously not true for witch drops, they are much rarer. Although you still can get a significant amount of things like glowstone and gunpowder from this farm. Although gunpowder is dropped more in creepers, which is why you get a lot more of it. You will get all of the witch drops like bottles and things as well. And now that you guys see how to build this, what you're going to want to do is just replicate this right the way up to the top and then put this on. And that's just about it for all of this. I'm going to show you guys one last thing. So when you come down here, you look in here, and you can see what we made. We actually basically filled this in, which is pretty impressive considering this has only been a couple of minutes. And it's just been flowing right the way in for this farm. It's very, very fast. That's about it, guys. And if you guys want a full tutorial for the bottom section of this farm and how to do all the top, then say so in the comments and leave a like. And if you really enjoyed this, please subscribe.